We see UAPs appear and then suddenly disappear.
Many have been fascinated for decades by the enigmatic and unexplainable events that have occurred at Skinwalker Ranch. Just imagine, since the 1950s, odd UFO and UAP sightings and disappearances have been frequent there. In addition to being the site of a number of eerie supernatural occurrences, such as the discovery of a cryptic book, mysterious cattle with crimson eyes, or the mutilated remains of these unfortunate individuals, there are animals. While some, such as Robert Schieffer, have disregarded reports of strange and unusual occurrences taking place at Skinwalker Ranch as almost certainly illusionary, others, like the team, the producers of the television series Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch, have resolved to confirm details for their own. Since 2000, the History Channel has supported television programs that have brought together scientists and historians, bringing together specialists in order to investigate the odd occurrences on the homestead with the most advanced technological features. They are on the verge of discovering something new and thrilling thanks to this technology. There are portals. Who could have opened these portals, and what lays beyond them? Find out as we travel to the mysterious Skinwalker Ranch. Since approximately 3 years ago, the Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch team has been anxious to reach the root of the matter. Led by Travis S. Taylor, an American aerospace engineer and researcher who has authored as many technical papers as science fiction novels, the Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch team's leader have been seeking the truth about the mysterious activities occurring on the mysterious ranch, utilizing innovative and cutting-edge technology such as ground-penetrating radar to investigate some of the odd occurrences and sightings on the ranch, such as the apparitions, the sighting of dire wolves that may or may not be the mutilated shapeshifter. There are cattle all over the property, making it difficult to uncover the truth. Undoubtedly, there are skeptics among us, and these individuals have contested the claims that these events transpired at the ranch as figments of the imagination, our imagination, going so far as to describe the myths that have developed at the ranch as being entirely a modern invention, a product of the 20th century, but that it is not. Taylor and the rest of the guys are proceeding with their investigation despite this setback. As such, they would always invite the most intelligent individuals into their group. Things took a thrilling turn when the team gathered at the southeast located property. Pertaining to Ballad, Utah, Thomas Winterton, superintendent of the Skinwalker Ranch, addressed the team upon its assembling, expressed delight because of one guest, Pete Kelsey, a prominent technologist. They have invited you to assist them with a final high-tech 3D photogrammetry drone scan, the entirety of Skinwalker Ranch. For those unfamiliar with the term, photogrammetry can be simply defined as the procedure in which individuals, such as our guest Pete Kelsey, use and combine thousands of data points, high-tech photographs taken of the area of interest in order to construct an exhaustive and detailed three-dimensional map of the region that reveals visible features ordinarily would miss. Due to this method, Travis S. Taylor, the American pseudoscientist and principal investigator, was able to, based on this collaboration with the History Channel, they could ultimately obtain a comprehensive three-dimensional map that reveals every concealed detail of the mysterious ranch. Thus, they will be able to identify any anomalies that may emerge. It may also provide them with some of the answers they have been anxiously seeking. Perhaps they could comprehend the behavior of UAPs and other phenomena that have attracted so much attention. Numerous individuals to Skinwalker Ranch. Pete Kelsey and so night they are performing. Kelsey himself positions the drones prior to launch, while informing us that he cannot wait for the procedure to conclude so that he can hand Eric Bard the data, who performs the most difficult task, spending many hours analyzing data. Following this, we have taken off while the drones scour the area for anomalies of interest. Following a day or so, Pete Kelsey informs the team that he has completed his task, all of which he transmitted to Eric for review. After completing the evaluation, Eric gathered the team so he could present the findings. He encountered 1 billion data points while navigating the 3D drone scan. He explains that every cloud point on the map represents the precise location of a single point. Thousands have been located using a complex algorithm that was developed from the thousands. Photographs captured by Pete Kelsey. Following this brief explanation, Eric demonstrates some of the fascinating artifacts that are on display he discovered in his evaluation. Immediately, the team was excited by an anomaly that they discovered up in the air. What is this mysterious structure protruding from the sky? Massive in appearance, the crew estimated its height to be approximately 100 feet. Eric went on to disclose, to add to the intrigue of the fascinating structure, that upon closer inspection, the structure contained a secret. Upon discovering this peculiar floating anomaly, he contacted the software vendor, was used to conduct this procedure so that he can inquire whether this type of occurrence was observed. The norm. Unbelievably, the vendor reported that this was a truly distinct presence. The team was baffled even more so when Eric disclosed that while this is uncommon, it has occurred before, not the only artifact of this nature that the scan detected. When they shifted their focus to another section of the survey, they discovered a similar finding, a framework, comparing anomalies to the south and north of a stone circle discovered in the team discovered that these UAPs precisely aligned with the large center stone in the circle of stones. The group pondered the likelihood of this happening elsewhere. As they contemplated this, they conducted additional analysis of the three-dimensional map, and the peculiarly alignment of unidentified aerial phenomenon was performed. The team also began to inquire as to where precisely these structures point. What if this was a map of an anomaly that required investigation? In addition, Travis Taylor questioned whether Kelsey had managed to capture concrete. There is evidence that portals have been appearing on Skinwalker Ranch. If this is the case, is it conceivable that these portals served as the means by which some of these UAPs have been seen entering and leaving Skinwalker Ranch? Given the quantity of information available to them, the team was determined to proceed through each and every file to find answers to their most pressing concerns, especially when they are as notable as their predecessors. After reaching this agreement, the group resolved to contact Brandon Fugel. The two evaluate the business magnate who is the current owner of Skinwalker Ranch. All of the labor completed in the previous year. 2 days later, the team met with the manager in Salt Lake City, where they were in high spirits because they had accomplished so much the previous year. Gary Herbert, the former governor of Utah, and George Knapp, an investigative journalist, are present. Journalist widely recognized as the most prominent journalist implicated in the strange incidents. Brandon Fugel hoped for an enlightening session concerning events occurring on the ranch, and they received precisely that when the team presented them with the three-dimensional map pertaining to Skinwalker Ranch. Brandon was awestruck as soon as he saw the fantastic structure floating in the air, and company were curious. Brandon, anxious to accept the reality of what he had witnessed, was eager to learn the subsequent phase in uncovering the secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. Brandon believed that they needed to adopt a multidisciplinary approach while also utilizing the necessary information to proceed in the correct direction towards uncovering the ranch's secrets. Brandon believes that the presence of these structures indicates that they are triggering in some way contact with extraterrestrial entities, whether on this plane or in an alternate dimension. Whatever this presence may be, it is manifesting itself clearly above the island. They will unravel this mystery in a profound and timely fashion. Currently, it appeared to Brandon that they are coping with a phenomenon, may alter not only their perceptions of reality, but the entire trajectory of history, past, present, and future. Both present and future are considered. Following Brandon's address, the former governor stated that he believes their efforts are crucial and may be on the verge of something revolutionary. He cautions them to exercise caution so as not to harm or corrupt anything that they may encounter during their investigations of the supernatural. George Knapp concurred with Gary Herbert's assessment that they are on the precipice of a world-altering discovery. He too cannot wait to see what happens next. Following this, Brandon expresses gratitude for their hard work and sacrifices to date. It cannot be simple to complete such a thankless mission. Without their professionalism, aptitude, and expertise, they would not have progressed as far as they have. In this voyage in search of the truth, they will hopefully be the one to discover it. Elucidate the intriguing secrets concealed on Skinwalker Ranch. The meeting will conclude shortly, and he will inform them of the next steps that must be taken by the crew. Travis Taylor reveals after this meeting that although they are drawing back on the investigation in light of the encounter with Brandon and the fact that time is running out, the team is in high spirits because they are getting closer to the date of the show, closer to their objective. Soon, they will disclose the secret behind unidentified flying objects and unidentified submerged objects. Pete discovered aerial phenomena following a three-dimensional drone scan Kelsey performs. Soon, they may even discover the truth about the red-eyed cows and mutilated corpses that they abandoned. Travis is eager to inform us that during his tenure on the ranch, he had never even seen a horse, anything similar to the UFOs and UAPs they had encountered during the pack's previous seasons. Now that he has witnessed a multitude of phenomena that he may not have believed in previously, he is a believer, stepped onto the mysterious ranch. Now his entire perception and perspective regarding Skinwalker Ranch and its inhabitants have changed. The tales that surround the location have changed. Who knows what is possible or impossible at this time, and who knows where they will go from here, find in the future. Travis does not know, but he is aware that they owe it to themselves and the community world in order to continue these investigations. We must commend the team for having the courage to go deeper, to rifle into the world of uncertainty. Then they will comprehend the forces we are working with or against in the world that we do not completely comprehend. Only then can we truly comprehend the nature of our world and our place in it. In this existence, Travis continues to reveal the secrets of the Skinwalker Ranch and secrets of the Skinwalker Ranch. The team reveals the truth behind Skinwalker Ranch's mysteries. This concludes the video. Explore our previous videos at your leisure to have your mind overwhelmed. Additionally, be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to be alerted whenever we upload a new video. Goodbye and good content until next time. Imagine UFOs illuminating the night sky, crop circles appearing out of nowhere, enigmatic cattle mutilations, and even shape-shifting creatures that cannot be killed by bullets. Skinwalker Ranch is like a real-life X-Files episode where bizarre things occur daily. So what's up with Skinwalker Ranch? Recent evidence. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the unexplained as we unravel the secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. Get set, because Skinwalker Ranch officials have just released new evidence of paranormal activity. The Skinwalker Ranch is a 512-acre property that has a strange attraction for UFOs and those who study them. In the 1960s, many UFO sightings were reported in the nearby Uinta Basin, but in the mid-1990s, strange stories about the ranch began to surface. These stories include strange occurrences such as cattle being possessed by a ghostly entity. The owner of Skinwalker Ranch, Brandon Fugel, purchased the ranch in 2016 and stated that it is the most studied weird place on Earth. According to Fugel, there have been numerous reports of UFOs, strange things happening to cows, strange magnetic phenomena, and other unexplained occurrences at Skinwalker Ranch. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch is an ongoing History Channel reality show that follows scientists and investigators as they attempt to uncover potential paranormal activity at the infamous Skinwalker Ranch. One of the prominent figures on the show is Dr. Travis Taylor, a scientist who was quite skeptical of previous reports on the ranch before visiting it. Brandon Fugel received a call from Dr. Taylor, conveying his opposition to the reporter's presence on site. Despite Dr. Taylor's opposition, Brandon Fugel proceeded with the visit, demonstrating his determination. Brian Arnold, also known as Dragon, is the ranch's chief security officer. He is frequently seen carrying assault rifles, and his primary responsibility is to protect against untamed animals, such as mountain lions, and deter human intruders. Eric Bard, the ranch's chief investigator and chief scientist, plays a crucial role in the installation of high-tech camera systems and scientific apparatus, and he is frequently the first to identify potential paranormal activity. Thomas Winterton, the superintendent of the ranch, oversees property maintenance and aids in investigations, alleging to have had multiple paranormal encounters. The ranch had been the subject of tales for 2 decades, primarily during Robert Bigelow's ownership. Bigelow asserted that the ranch was teeming with UFOs, spirits, and bizarre creatures, including a bulletproof werewolf. But despite 6 years of investigation under Brandon Fugel's ownership, the team had not encountered any of these phenomena. The crew debunked claims of sightings of the dino, a half-dinosaur, half-beaver creature. Beaver dismissed it as highly improbable. Similarly, they had not witnessed UFOs or creatures emerging from interdimensional tunnels and portals as reported during the Bigelow era. Fugel distanced himself from these earlier stories, calling some of them ridiculous and emphasizing a focus on more grounded investigations. Robert Bigelow, a man with a passion for unraveling mysteries, founded the National Institute for Discovery Science and placed the ranch under 24-hour surveillance with the intention of capturing paranormal occurrences in the Australian Capital Territory. His adventures are chronicled in the riveting book Hunt for the Skinwalker. Science confronts the supernatural. The Unsolved at a remote ranch in Utah is full of tales from researchers who witnessed peculiar occurrences, but despite their best efforts, they were unable to obtain rock-solid evidence to back up the wild tales of the Shermans. Robert Bigelow acquired Skinwalker Ranch in the early 1990s, setting the stage for an intensive scientific investigation by his team. During this time, a series of odd and unexplained events occurred, adding to the ranch's mystique. These eerie tales from the Bigelow era now support and validate Brandon Fugel's ongoing efforts with these tales. The story of a bulletproof wolf-like creature referred to by Native Americans as a skinwalker stands out. However, neither Bigelow nor Fugel's teams have provided evidence to support these claims. The hitchhiker, a notable phenomenon from the Bigelow era, is described as a malevolent force that attaches to individuals and causes a variety of injuries and illnesses. Despite the potential dangers posed by the hitchhiker and other enigmatic phenomena, Fugel's team acknowledges this phenomenon, citing data to support its existence. Fugel and his colleagues remain committed to their Skinwalker Ranch investigations. Thomas Winterton, the superintendent of the ranch, relates a personal experience involving a head injury that nearly cost him his life. His determination to unearth the truth compels him to return to the ranch in search of answers to perplexing questions about his condition. During the ranch visit, Fugel leads the reporter to the home where James Lakatsky, a Defense Intelligence Agency physicist, claimed to have witnessed a supernatural apparition in 2007. This encounter reportedly inspired Lakatsky to approach Senator Harry Reid and initiate Pentagon-funded investigation of UFOs and associated phenomena. The current ranch proprietors Tom Lewis and Candace Lynn share the history of the home with an intriguing twist. As we continue our exploration of Skinwalker Ranch, our attention is drawn to a mysterious grid-like structure suspended in midair. This shift in the location of Lakatsky sightings raises questions about the evolving legends associated with the ranch's haunting past. This frequently observed anomaly has aroused the curiosity of those at the ranch, who have even set up a camera to record any unexplained occurrences, though as of yet, no conclusive evidence has been captured. Moving on from the ranch house, no conclusive evidence has been captured. Brandon Fugel takes us to a rocky hill where an intriguing symbol is carved into the rock. This symbol, believed to be over 2 centuries old, is associated with Freemasons and is said to convey the concept of as above, so below. This concept signifies the interconnectedness of the terrestrial and celestial. Fugel claims that the first UFO sighting occurred on this rocky mesa in June of 2016. Soon after acquiring the ranch from Robert Bigelow, a surveyor contacted Fugel and shared a photograph of a UFO. Fugel was so intrigued by the photograph that he urged the surveyor to travel to the ranch to show it to him in person. This marked the beginning of Fugel's first-hand encounters with unexplained phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch. Despite having owned the ranch for 6 months at the time, Fugel had not personally encountered anything paranormal. This all changed in October 2016, when a group led by former CIA scientist Kit Green visited the ranch. During their visit, they reported dizziness, phone batteries mysteriously expiring, and even one person losing consciousness. After these occurrences, Fugel claims to have seen a disc-shaped UFO hovering above the mesa, but no photographs or videos were taken. The discovery of a photograph of a saucer-like object resembling what they saw, along with the odd occurrences that occurred during the group's stay, converted Fugel into a firm believer in the ranch's mysteries. It instilled in him a sense of urgency to discover the truth behind the paranormal occurrences on the 500-acre expanse of Skinwalker Ranch. A ranch headquarters known as Homestead, one serves as a focal point for ongoing investigations close to a craggy mesa, among other notable features and occurrences. The ranch's history is marked by the presence of observation towers or bait enclosures initially utilized by the Bigelow team. These structures played an important role in the ranch's history. In their attempts to study paranormal activity, they placed animals within these enclosures as potential bait for enigmatic encounters and unexplained occurrences. There have been reports of entities cloaking themselves in a manner similar to the film's enigmatic alien predator, has added intrigue to these accounts. Another intriguing area is the triangle which has become a focus of attention during Brandon Fugel's ownership within this region. A notably high frequency of electromagnetic anomalies has been detected. This has prompted speculation about the existence of an invisible anomaly, or even a portal within this area. Fugel has shared his speculations about the triangle's significance, speculating that it may function as a gateway, or possibly both, identify the terminus of a wormhole. These elements contribute to the ongoing enigma that surrounds Skinwalker Ranch, leaving many questions unanswered and the mysteries deepening with each revelation. Homestead 2, a collection of abandoned buildings where families lived nearly a century ago, is one of the most recognizable locations on Skinwalker Ranch. Brandon Fugel considers this area to be one of the most haunted on the ranch, a nexus of paranormal activity and unexplained happenings. According to tales from the Bigelow era, this location was the site of bizarre occurrences, such as monster spiders and portals to other dimensions, poltergeist activity, and even the infamous Dino Beaver sighting. However, Fugel and his team haven't encountered any monster spiders or Dino Beavers. Instead, they claim to have recorded unexplained anomalies on scientific devices. For instance, they brought in a rabbi from ancient aliens who performed a prayer at Homestead 2, during which they noted a slight change in temperature. The rabbi described the chant as potentially opening a portal, adding to the intrigue surrounding the ranch. Religion seems to play a role in the experiences of some team members. Many of them have Mormon backgrounds or are currently involved in the faith. Fugel and Arnold, for instance, met during a Mormon mission in Hawaii in 1992. The conversation delves into how Mormonism's teachings about multiple dimensions in worlds without numbers might influence their perspective on the ranch's mysteries in the ranch's command center, once Robert Bigelow's bedroom, and now a high-tech hub. Fugel showcases the advanced equipment he has invested in for scientific investigations. This includes a $30,000 supercomputer and an array of monitors and devices to monitor and document any paranormal occurrences. The presence of this cutting-edge technology suggests Fugel's dedication to deciphering Skinwalker Ranch's mysteries. Feel free to investigate our previous videos to have your mind blown. Additionally, be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified whenever we upload an intriguing video. The end.